All right. Welcome to Sideboard MTG. My name's Eric, and it's time for another of Deb's deck. Deb's bringing us a Turbo Surveil deck, so we're gonna get 3 games in with that, have a little bit of fun, see if we can see as much of our library as possible, and do very mean things to the opponent while we're doing it. So I hope you guys like tonight's show. If you do, give it that thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, as always, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, guys, so let's take a look at Dev's Turbo Surveil. Now, right off the bat, 4 Drowned Catacombs and 4 Watery Graves. So, if you guys don't have those, you can use the Guild Gates and such. So, there are budget options, but just like Dev said in his deck tech, which is right up here, should be if you're watching on YouTube Gaming, there should be a little eye up there, and if you'll click that, it'll take you over to Dev's deck tech. He does a much better job at it than I do. I always say that because Dev's great at deck techs. It's what he does, man. Anyway, we've got a pretty cool deck here. Let me go ahead and let's do this so some of you guys can see it. Oh no, what have I done? I don't want to apply filters. All right, so Dazzling Lights for a combat trick. I really like this card. I like the card when you're using cards like Dimir Spybug and Thoughtbound Phantasm to block. My favorite thing about a defender, or what makes defenders really good for me, is that they have some type of power. So that not only are they blocking, but they are also possibly trading or even profitably, blocking creatures and stuff, so that your opponents don't want to get in. And that's usually what you need in a deck that needs to set up, get into the later turns. Now you've got those early defenders like Bearer of Bones here. Pretty cool card. At least we get to surveil off of it. It is a 0/3, but all of these surveil mechanics, they're just really going to help us pick up our Dimir Spybugs, our Thoughtbound Phantasms, things like that. They're really going to help us pull the edge. I'm sure that there's a great curve in this deck where you can get a Night Veil Sprite down on 2, and then on 3 play your Dimir Spybugs with a Bones and just all of these triggers and things. So I'm sure that there's some really good, and and then maybe like just hit a Narcomoeba or something. So there's some really cool lines in the deck. I'm looking forward to playing it. I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing it. Price of Fame. This is a card that I was really happy to see that Dev put in the deck. Price of Fame is it's really starting to go higher and higher on my radar, depending on what we're currently playing against. If everything's currently still mid-range, this deck is really good. There's a lot of Shalaz floating around and a lot of Lyras floating around. Not to mention Amira. So you can 2-mana destroy their Amira. So there's some really good plays. There are a lot of targets for this at the cheaper converted mana cost. I do want to point out with this, though, that this will actually kill anything. You just may have to pay Vraska's Contempt type mana for it. And it's actually not as hard to cast as Vraska's Contempt because it's only 1 black. So Price of Fame may start getting a little bit more play, especially when we're 100% like not necessarily trying to... if we're no longer like fighting for our life total or something like that, then Price of Fame may become a really good card. The Surveil 2 on it's no small thing. Looking forward to this one. Your list is pretty similar. Awesome. Now, Dev did say in his video that cards like Doom Whisperer, let's pull that up really quick, that there were a couple cards that he would put into the deck if if it wasn't a budget deck. Doom Whisperer online is about $10 a piece. Let's go get that. Let's go find the Doom Whisperer. Why am I looking at foils only? Oh, I was getting lands. That's why. Let's do it like this. There we go. So Doom Whisperer is a card that Dev said that he would add to the deck. Personally, I think that it does belong in the deck. I don't know exactly what to cut. So as we play the deck tonight, I'm probably going to cut some things for Game 3. And I'm going to add some copies of Doom Whisperer and I'm going to add some copies of Lazav the Malfurious. These are two cards that Dev said would 100%, make it into the deck if the deck wasn't budget. So I do have those. I even have a copy of Enhanced Surveillance that we might sneak in if things shape up a little bit. But for Game 3, we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to go from budget to non-budget. No, we don't hate Doom Whisper. No. Yeah, well, we don't have Doom Whisperer in the deck, but in Game 3 we are going to have it. So these are things. If you watch Dev's video, he says that these would make it into the deck, and I'm interested to try it. We're going to play these first two games, find out exactly where it would make it into the deck, and kind of go from there. So. Card draw, we're always surveilling, so our card draw should be spot on, or at least have more selection than we normally would have. Night Veil Sprite, is going to help with that. Notion Rain is going to help with that. Everything surveils. Discovery, Dispersal is also a really really sweet card. No Atradas in the deck. I think that if you're getting into a Trotta, you're probably getting into a little bit different deck. If I added anything else to this deck that wasn't Surveil, as in Doom Whisperer or Lazav, it would probably be Thief of Sanity. I think Thief of Sanity is in a really good spot right now. Even though there's a lot of removal, if they don't remove Thief of Sanity, it's just going to become some really serious card advantage. So I do think that anything else that I would add, it would probably be Thief of Sanity. So that's the main board, guys. Let's look at the sideboard here. I mean, I didn't really cover Thought Erasure. Thought Erasure, just a great way to mana to surveil and pull some cards out of your opponent's hand. Now, you actually get to pull the cards out of your opponent's hand, see your opponent's hand before you surveil, so you have even more information, so that when when you go to surveil, like is this what I need? Is this going to help me answer what's in the hand? So, kind of good. I mean, there have been those times where I've duressed my opponent, and I was just like, well, I'm not going to scoop right now because that's just embarrassing, but you kind of know it's over. Here, you at least get to have that information, then dig. So, I like Thought Erasure. We do have more of that in the sideboard, a fourth copy. And then Disinformation Campaign is going to be absolutely just great against anything that doesn't have the 6/6 that just enters the battlefield if they discard it. Yeah, this is going to be good against control. Bringing this in against control is going to be great. And then, of course, we have some counter spells. Whispering Lich, good way to just kind of clog up the board a little bit. And every time we surveil, the first time each turn, we're gonna get some triggers. So gain us a little bit of life. Set that deficit out there a little bit, and maybe keep us alive. So then, of course. This is the one I'm not 100% sure on. Yes, we're surveilling, but only -1/-1 may not be enough to take care of some of the things that we need. Tokens in general, most of those come with History of Benalia, which are 2/2s, and that could be a little bit of a problem. But hopefully we can just out-tempo that. It is hard to out-tempo History of Benalia. So the Vapors, for me, I'm a little bit mixed on the Vapors. I think that that the card should probably be like Golden Demise or something like that. Maybe that this is one of the areas where we back off the idea of Surveil. So I can understand though. This is the Surveil card. This is a Turbo Surveil deck. We have to keep surveilling. So the value of this may be a little bit more. So let's go ahead and jump over here into tournament practice and see if we can get some games. What's up? How you doing, Jason? This is a version of what you're running this weekend. Oh, nice. So you've got a Blue Black Surveil deck going on. Did you stay as hardcore to Surveil as Dev did here? I mean, it's like Dev was definitely trying to make a point with going, this is a Surveil deck, which is fine. I think I'm going to pay 2 life for the Watery Grave and just get it down, because we're looking at a really good tempo play here. And our opponent is Mulligan. Ooh, wow. Senor Mulligan. I am going to pay for it. I want to get my Thoughtbound Phantasm down, and then turn 2, get down my Night Veil Sprite and start surveilling. And the quicker we get this down, the quicker we make it large. then it is 100% like a threat. So yeah, then we can just drown Catacombs and Night Veil Sprite, and then pass the turn. So Thoughtbound Phantasm, whenever we surveil, we're going to put a +1/+1 counter on it, and as long as there are 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it, it can attack. So it loses defender. Or, well, it doesn't lose defender. It can attack as though it didn't have defender. So yeah, okay, a little weird. Oh man. Well, that's not what we wanted to see. All right, so we'll get our first surveil. I don't want that land, so I'm going to surveil it to the graveyard. So we'll ping for 1. I think I just play Narcomoeba. Yeah, I'm just going to play Narcomoeba. And then next turn we bounce whatever creature he plays. Like Narcomoeba here for me, I'm playing this to get around like a Plague Crafter. I don't want to lose my Surveil, my Surveil engine, and I don't want to lose my Thoughtbound Phantasm. So if he had like a Plague Crafter, then that would kill me. So playing Narcomoeba seems like it's a good play to play around like Plague Crafter. And the opponent reveals Llanowar Elves, Midnight Raider, bin the Llanowar Elves. So he's got a Midnight Raider in his hand. A Reaper. Sorry, Midnight Reaper. Notion range seems pretty good here. I mean, I'm prepared to take this hit for 3. Well, I mean, that's not going to happen because we're gonna have a 5/5 Thoughtbound Phantasm at the end of this. So do I Notion Rain, or do I just tempo play him and put his Jade Light back up? Yeah, I'm going to Notion Rain. He's tapped out, so... Oh, see, that is terrific. Okay, so I'm actually just going to go top, draw them both. And now I can Thoughtbound Phantasm before combat and make the most out of my mana. Now, I wouldn't be able to swing here if I couldn't surveil again, but we're just going to go ahead and surveil, put some more counters on Thoughtbound Phantasms. We'll put the Watery Grave in our graveyard. We already have our land for next turn, so seems good. Maybe opponent is Sultai, Muldrotha, or just Golgari. A lot of the Golgari decks are running this Midnight Reaper card. I mean, it's a good source of card advantage, and most of those decks are just really heavy on early game creatures and such. So, what Jareth? All right, so I mean, Bearer of Bones here to surveil 1. Dazzling Lights. Do we put that on top, or put that in the graveyard, or? I think this deck would also do very well with a card, the Mission Briefing. That's got Surveil. I think that would be really good in this deck. I'm already liking that idea. Man, I kind of want this Dazzling Lights. I guess I just put it in the graveyard. I don't actually need it. And then I'm going to return the Jade Light Ranger to his hand I mean, yeah, he's going to get some more things, but we're going to hurt him here. No blossoming defense in the format anymore, you know, so we don't have to worry about that one open green. I mean, he can make it indestructible or something, but he's not going to keep me from putting it in his hand. Alright, so we'll surveil that in the graveyard as well. We'll get some more counters here, which means that we're swinging with some big boys. Some big boys. We got a 7/7 and a 5/5. And 2 little flyers. Of course, growing before blockers. Night Vale Sprite seems right at home in this deck. We'll just keep putting these lands in the graveyard. I mean, these are it's pretty good size land pockets. Okay, so he stops the 8/8. He takes the rest of the damage. I assume that he has to, like, Ravenous Chupacabra or something at this point. I mean, he needs Ritual of Soot. Ritual of Soot would be very bad for me right now. Don't be Ritual of Soot. Alright, Jade Light Ranger. We knew he had that. So he's just replaying the Jade Light. Wonder if he has... Okay, a Wild Growth Walker on top. See, that would be good. He needed that. But if he had a Wild Growth Walker, he would have played it beforehand. So... should be more copies of Fairies, you think? There's just not a lot of Fairy Rogues right now. And, I mean... Narcomoeba comes out for Doom Whisper. I would rather have Narcomoeba than... or Doom Whisper than Narcomoeba. I mean, if we're surveilling it, we can choose, hey, we don't have the mana, throw it in the graveyard. If we do have the mana, we're taking it. So, I'm just going to be, like, dirty here. I'm going to surveil first. We'll put that in the graveyard. Kill the Jade Light Ranger. Surveil again. Surveil 2 this time. You know. And yeah. A lot of damage. Ton of damage. Okay. So what are we looking at? Maybe Sinister Sabotage. So when he finally has something huge. I'm going to take out Narcomoeba. Just bring in the other Thought Erasure. This all looks fine. This looks perfectly fine. I mean, Disinformation Campaign, he might have Ferox in his sideboard. I doubt it. But yeah, I think that I just run it like this. You know, bring in some Sinister Sabotage and go from there. Kind of wishing there was a couple more Night Vale Sprites in the deck. Night Vale Sprite seems so good. Maybe not Sinister versus this deck. Well, what else do we have early? Whispering Snitch. Do we want to keep Narcomoeba in just as blockers? I mean, what? We might be all right. We might be. We got Blood Operative. Yeah, we'll see. It could go bad. It could always go bad. Play the Watery Grave tapped. And then we can play the Doom Catacombs, untap next turn, play Dimir Spybug, and like at least like pull the first piece of removal. Spybug had lifelink, it would be just so good. So good. I mean, I could... See, we're going to have an awesome turn 3 here as far as setup. Yeah, I'm just going to play the Spybug. I'm going to try to get my creatures out and then just start surveilling as much as possible. Just surveil, surveil, surveil. I think that's what we should do with the early turns. Try to get set up, and then I think that our creatures will, in the end, be bigger than his. Or, I mean, I could Thoughtbound Phantasm this turn and then just discovery. So he revealed he put the land of war. He got a forest, and he dumped a Zoni Thousand-Eyed. So we know he has a forest in hand. Um, I kind of like Thoughtbound Discovery right now. Or we could Blood Operative. I don't think I want a Blood Operative. Yeah, I think I just want to cast Discovery. And this will make Thoughtbound. Wow. Okay. Graveyard. Graveyard. We've got a land for next turn, and we've got a land for next turn, and we're also going to be able to surveil again next turn. So I think I want to push damage. This guy should surveil when he does combat damage. He would be epic then, because he would have the entire mechanic right there. If he does combat damage to a player, surveil. What is the point of this deck? And what game are we on? We're on match 1, game 2. The point of the deck is, I'm not blocking that. I skipped it, but I don't think I was going to block anyway. Like, he sending that 2/3 in makes me think that he's got that Death Touch card, the Fine Finale, and I don't want to deal with that. Okay, so now he has to use Cast Down. All right, that's fine, opponent. So we can Drown Catacomb. I kind of want a Dimir Spybug here. Yeah. And then Unexplained Disappearance, the Jade Light Ranger. Because if we do it to the Jade Light Ranger, then he spends most of his mana just to put it back down. I mean, yeah, it's going to help him get more mana back, but... And then the other question is, do I do it right now? Or do I catch him next turn? Do I just swing for 1 right here? I think I do. And then we might even be able to put him off of Jade Light Ranger for a turn. Just depends on if he swings before he plays his spells. I may do it anyway. Because I'm willing to let him explore twice again. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that. Do it before his attack. Another land. I'm going to put that in the grave. So that'll save us a little bit of damage. And now we're pushing 5 points of damage per turn. It's going to be even more than that if he doesn't kill something here. Alright, so Jade Light shows Merfolk Branchwalker and Forest. Oh, no, Merfolk Branchwalker and Fine Finale. So he's got Fine Finale on the top, and he did play that Forest we seen earlier. So, okay. That actually just gave us some information. Fine. Okay, he's just going to go ahead and cast Fine. And he returned Izoni Thousand-Eyed and Merfolk Branchwalker to his hand. So we can Notion Rain here. Let's go Graveyard, and see if we can draw some more action. I like it. Oh no. Undo. So if I play Bearer of Bones, I can block something. Yeah, I'm going to play the Bearer Bones. And then we'll kill a zoning later. Creeping Chill. We'll put that in the graveyard. That's going to be pretty good for us there. That we put Creeping Chill in the graveyard. So yes, we're going to use Creeping Chill's ability. That'll do 3 to him, and we gain 3, which definitely make this combat so much sweeter. So let's go ahead and smash in here. Creeping Chill was really good. Okay, so Creeping Chill says we could just pay 4 and Lightning Helix them. It's only to the opponent, so each opponent loses 3 and then we gain 3. But if it was put into the grave, if you mill it, if you put it into your graveyard from your library, you may exile it. If you do, then you know. So we won that one. That was sweet. That was sweet. All right, see if we can get in another one. So many counters that turn. Very nice. Yes, yes, it was great. Turbo Surveil, right? Um, wow, it's alive. Hi, chat. Greetings from Brazil. Well, welcome, Daniel. How are you, sir? Greetings from America. Block and bounce your bug for the replay. Nah, it was. I don't think there was any point in like slowing down damage that much. Like slowing down our tempo. I don't think I needed to go that route. This is going to be a good hand. If we draw another land, we're going to have an awesome turn 3. Probably going to do it anyway because turn 2 discovery into a land hit the Bearer Bones seems pretty good. I'm going to keep this hand. The hand looks like the start of a very aggressive hand. Is this an aggro deck? Are we playing aggro? What the heck is going on? Alright, so let's Thoughtbound Phantasm. Another Golgari deck. That's a Golgari Guildgate, though. That's from Ravnica. Last time we were here. Alright. So we've already gotten the land. So let's just Dimir Spybug and pass. I could get really greedy and put another Dimir Spybug and then Bearer Bones next turn. That might be the tempo play that I need to make. Like, because, oh, there's a Doom Whisperer. That's going to get really big. Although if we draw like a bounce spell, yeah, that would be sweet. Okay, so let's go big. Or go wide. Thought Erasure. Yes, I'll put that on top. Yes, I always want to yield. I want to get my counters. Small punch here, but at least we're punching. We're definitely threatening to do a lot more next turn. So, my next turn, like as far as my plan goes, I plan to cast Discovery and then hit a land. Hopefully we'll hit a land under the Thought Erasure, and then cast Thought Erasure. Not worried about this 4 yet. Okay, so let's go ahead with the. We're going to cast Discovery here. I'm going to use the blue and the black to keep open the most options for hitting a land. So we're going to go graveyard, graveyard. We hit Notion Rain, so no land for us. That's unfortunate. Well, we still get to do some damage. I mean, 6 a turn. That's a 3-turn clock. He's got to start removing these Dimir Spybugs. Vraska's Contempt. Okay. The more he uses on these, the more likely our Thoughtbound Phantasm is going to survive and then become a very massive threat. He does need to take out the spy bugs though, because as of right now he doesn't have a lot of flying blockers. So I will give you a bearer of bones, good sir. I think I just have to Notion Rain here. Unless we hit... Ooh, see, that's good. That is very good. That's going to be our answer for when he finally gets his Doom Whisperer. So, I mean, we can go ahead and like just take the Doom Whisperer, though. Let's do that. Alright, so... Ooh, Doom Whisperer, and Find Broker. And he has Find. So what does Find Broker get back? A Jade Light Ranger? We take a Doom Whisperer. He's got less blockers. So if we take a Doom Whisperer, he doesn't have blockers in the air. But if we do take the Doom Whisperer, he just Golgari Find Brokers it back. Find's going to give him more cards back. I'm going to take the Find Finale. Thoughtbound, yes, we'll leave that on top. At least we can cast it. We need land here, but at least we can cast it. So, plus if he went land next turn, he would be able to -4/-4 and catch my Dimir. Spy Bug. Alright, well, that's our turn. Doom Whisperer. Alright, so we'll just negate this turn with... Sure? Go for it, buddy. Alright, so... I really want to draw land. I'm going to take the chance at the land. And I'm going to go cast Discovery. We're going to try it again. Come on. Alright, so there's a Drowned Catacomb. So we're going to go Graveyard top. Draw the Drowned Catacomb. This will be great tempo here. So he can get to 7. You know what? I think I just swing like this. And then hold up Unexplained Disappearance. Wow. He's surveilling. He is surveilling. He throws a Vraska. He surveils again. Is... Okay. Well, he still has to find an answer to our Dimir Spy Bug. Otherwise, he has to play Doom Whisperer here. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for, that he just plays a second Doom Whisperer. Vivian Reed. Okay. Vivian is a card. So I'm definitely going to let him swing if he does. Okay, so... Yeah. Maybe it's actually better. 7. We're going to go 1 here, 1 more. Okay, so he can't double block next turn anyway. So yeah, I'll go ahead and bounce the Whisper. Oh, Price of Fame. That's That leaves him with no board. I still don't think we can do it. I think we just have to swing. Okay. Watery Grave. So we'll Notion Rain. This will get us up. There we go. Put into the graveyard, and then put into the graveyard. Creeping Chill. That'll do some damage to him. That's good. I ended up drawing Narcomoeba. Yes, we would love to use its ability. We could play the Narcomoeba, and then we have a flyer next turn. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, he has to protect his life total. I kind of want to play Narcomoeba here, just to give me a flyer, but I know that makes him just cast Doom Whisperer next turn. If he just casts Doom Whisperer, that is the majority. Like, that's going to be 5 mana. And then we have the 1 removal spell to be able to stop that. So we should be able to get through if he just casts Doom Whisperer and is like, well, I'll just block the Narcomoeba and then I'll block with the Brontodon and then like pull a card. So the Narcomoeba was actually a really, really good hit. Yeah. Chupacabra will not do it unless he's just killing the Narcomoeba, which he is. Okay. So we are going to have to continue to get aggressive here. Alright, so a Thoughtbound Phantasm. Attack him. We need to mill over another Creeping Chill. That would be great. I want to just play Blood Operative here. Oh, my bad. Not in main phase. Yeah, I just want to play Blood Operative. Just give me another creature. So I've got, more creatures swinging next turn. What do I want to eat out of the graveyard? A permanent that he might want to bring back. Ravenous Chupacabra. So now he needs to... Yeah, we'll use the ability. Doom Whisper. Okay, guys, we might be there. Land. Kill spell. Took us a little while, but we just had to wait for our opening and keep applying pressure. So, yeah, came through pretty well there. All right, so what do we want against the Skulgari deck? Thought Eraser's probably pretty good. I mean, they're willing to pitch certain things to the graveyard anyway. We didn't try the Whispering Lynch last time. I just wanted the counters last game and just, be as tempo as possible. And then take out an Archamoeba? I mean, the deck is very mana hungry, so we may not have room for these. I doubt it's just another Blood Operative. I think Blood Operative I would rather have against like Control or something like that, but I mean the Lifelink's no joke either. Don't think I want Mystic Vapors. I mean, last time I took out the Narcomoebas, but I mean we know this opponent's got multiple copies of Doom Whisperer. I mean he's seen 2 that game, so Narcomoeba kind of feels a little bit better, but not very. Like seems like if we're praying that we hit a Narcomoeba, we're behind. So I'm gonna take out Narcomoeba, bring in Disinformation Campaign. You know what? Let's just try all the Disinformation Campaigns. Let's see if we can help him feed his graveyard. And then I went 61 card. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's all botched. 61 card deck. Looks like a pretty good hand. We can just start with the island, Thoughtbound Phantasm, play Drowned Catacombs into Night Veil Sprite, and this could get good. This could get real good. I mean, we've got multiple Price of Fames here, but I mean, I could just play Watery Grave. This way we don't have to worry about it later, but we can always like make that decision later. We may continue to draw lands, and it just doesn't matter. So, this could be a really good curve. All right, so yeah, we're gonna go with Thoughtbound Phantasm. Start growing this guy on turn 3. Our turn 3 looks really good right now. We're looking at a Dimir Spybug and a tapped Watery Grave. Then swing with Night Veil Sprite, if at all possible. So let's just play our Night Veil Sprite and pass the turn. We'll see what happens here. I mean, if he's got kill, he's gonna kill the Night Veil Sprite. Is it Assassin's Trophy? Oh my goodness. Sure. Let's get another blue source. I mean, we've got another swamp in hand, so all right. That Night Veil Sprite was going to be so sweet, so sweet. Oh man, this our turn 3 with 4 mana. So let's look at his hand, see what he's got. What you got, opponent? Make your plays. He scoops. He scoops. It's just that good. It's just that good, ladies and gentlemen. Opponent done goofed. Yeah, man. Oh, man. I'm just going to jump into another game here. Then we'll go... Like, this deck may not need Doom Whisperers. Like, yeah, the ice cream phase. Absolutely. Take one large scoop, please. This hand looks pretty. Too bad it doesn't have any lands to cast the spells. Oh, man. We do, like, so this is a dead card in hand. We don't want to see that. Which, this deck's going to have some number of that. All right, let's go for broke here. Iceberg Slime. Iceberg Slim. Okay. That's not like the worst thing in the world. I mean, we're looking at our threat being Narcomoeba, so he's got land destruction in his land base. Okay. I guess when you don't have Field of Ruin, this works. Oh, come on. Narcomoeba, go. Yeah. Kitty litter is gross. Yeah, you're right. It is. So gross. Everyone has cats, though. No one wants to scoop kitty litter. Everyone wants a scoop of ice cream, right? Okay, this is a bad hand. When you run 20 land, though, you're going to have these moments. You know, thinking about the mana base, I'm not 100% sure the deck could. There's just no point in attacking. He knows what we have. Casting Surveil, I may just cast it next turn anyway, just to Surveil. Just to make sure I get a land. Like a land into a Notion Rain would be really, really good. See, Dazzling Lights is great against like Mentor. Alright, so I'm going to take the one off the Kite Self Rebooter, and you'll get some value here. Actually kill this thing. So, I mean, I was going to Surveil anyway. Dazzling Lights, we'll put that into the graveyard. Put that on top. So, we do have a land coming. It's a Watery Grave, which is a little bit painful. But I think I have to cast it, and the spell we're casting is painful as well. But I think we just kind of have to get there. Let's go Graveyard. Graveyard. We'll get the Narcomoeba trigger. Do we pay the 3 life? Whenever you surveil. Yeah, I'm going to say no. Like, if we gain control of the board or something, then maybe I'll start to pay the 3 life. But for right now, just the Narcomoeba, and I'm more than likely willing to put both in front of this Kite Self Rebooter if it starts swinging. If he happens to swing with the Legion War Boss, I'll put both in front of it. Or we just get wiped out by Goblin Chain Whirler. That's would have been way too late for like a thought bound. Yeah. Well, yeah, I know homie's got lifelink, but I don't know. This is spelling. Let's go to the next game here. Yeah. I mean, I'll play it out. I don't know what we're playing into though. That's a Creeping Chill. Yeah, that's definitely not what you want to see. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop it up. Creeping Chill was not an out there. Okay, so, killing the little goblins might be a thing with the Mystic Vapors, but I'm thinking that we just had a really bad hand. Creeping Shield will gain us some life, but I think we can shave one because drawing it's going to be horrible. Blood Operative for the life gain is probably going to be great. Whispering Snitch is probably going to be better than Narcomoeba here. And then that kind of seems good. Bearer is going to be great here. Dazzling Lights, he's got Mentor mechanics, so we might be able to play around some of those with Dazzling Lights. Might be worth it. I kind of want this other Thought Erasure in the deck, and it may honestly be cut Notion Rain for it. Because we do lose a little bit of life when we cast Notion Rain, so I'm just going to peel back one Notion Rain and just kind of run it like this. We're a little bit hardier and beefier as far as our board presence goes with the Whispering Snitches, and then of course we traded Surveil for Surveil. This is discard advantage for him, and then just we trade a little bit of from here. So I don't think I go Sinister Sabotage. but you know that's me. Operative does die to Chain Whirler. This is a thing. So you know that would be something we'd have to worry about. We've got that awesome play here that could make our. I mean, this is the curve you want. Let's see what happens. I mean, Night Vale Sprite's really good against Chain Whirler. I mean, that's this deck needs Lazav. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, this was a really good hand, I think. I think this is a this is a seriously good hand. I am going to have to take some damage next turn unless we top deck a land. But if we just Night Vale Sprite here, I mean, if he's got Shock, he's going to kill the Thoughtbound Phantasm anyway. I don't have any kind of instant speed way to, you know, trick him out of burning my Thoughtbound Phantasm. So, you know, like, I don't know. But next turn, we can Dimir Spybug, play Bearer of Bones, and we are well above Goblin Chain Whirler. I'm going to do it. I mean, we're on turn 3. We haven't taken any life yet. So, let's just play our 0-3 defender. I want that. Always yield. Always yield. So, yeah. We get another Surveil. Yep, still going to leave it on top. I mean, we've got a really good start going here. I mean, I want to say that that's probably as close to the nut draw as you can get with this hand. Turn 2 Night Vale Sprite into a turn 3 Dimir Spybug with a Bearer of Bones. That seems really, really good. It may be, instead of Dimir Spybug, maybe you want, you know, like the other 2-drop like Discovery, so that you could actually swing. No, you still wouldn't be able to swing with the Thoughtbound Phantasm because he wouldn't get the 3rd counter until Night Vale had already swung. So yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take 2 life to draw some cards and Surveil yet again. Now, if he's going to burn some stuff, like he needs to do it now. We'll go Graveyard, Creeping Chill, Blood Operative, and then... Alright, so let's deal with the Blood Operative trigger. I'm going to say no. Like, if I draw the Blood Operative, then fine, but... I mean, technically Blood Operative would have been free right there because of the Creeping Chill. Alright, well... Let's go Graveyard. Yeah, I guess I'd pay for it. I don't think we need it. No, we just don't need it. I don't think that's a necessary card in this deck. I don't think Blood Operative is necessary. It may be, but I think you just want to have a good early curve and break your opponent's heart that way. Like, that was super, super fast. You live in House Divided. You bleed crimson. Kenneth bleeds purple. Oh. Y'all not from the South, are you? Like, what's the crimson? Apple Cup gonna be lit this year? Football fans? I don't know. I don't watch sports. I watch the games on the weekend, the Magic games. That's my tournament. On the draw, did we do something different? I guess not. I would almost take Blood Operative out. Never sell your lands. Keep and hoard your lands. Yes, it's good advice. Good, solid advice. Well, we don't have our great opening hand, but this doesn't look bad either. We do have to. He does have to answer a Dimir Spybug fairly quick. I'm gonna keep the hand. Price of Fame's probably at its worst against the mono red decks. I don't think there's a lot of red legendaries that they're trying to play. So it's definitely at its worst there. Thought that was a watery grave at first. So I think we're looking at a bad time to cast Dimir Spybug. So I'm actually just going to cast Whispering Lich. And then I might just save Dimir Spybug till like turn 4. You just lightning strike this? Yeah. Okay, so he's already saved us 3 life. Awesome. Good job, Lich. You did good. You did good. So yeah, I wanna be able to play Spybug and then rip from his hand. So let's just go ahead and Ocean Rain. Ooh, alright. So we'll go Graveyard, top. We get a Blood Operative trigger. We can get it back later if we want it. Now we've got Thoughtbound Phantasm, Thoughtbound Phantasm. That's going to be pretty good. So if we go Thoughtbound Phantasm, Thought Erasure, we'll get 1 trigger here this turn. Now I could have went for max triggers, but I'm trying to play around a Goblin Chain Whirler. Ritual of Soot. Now this is the card we cannot deal with. We could technically outgrow Phoenixes with our Dimir Spybugs as long as we can take care of Goblin Chain Whirler. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Ritual of Soot, and then we'll leave that on top. So he does have a Goblin Chain Whirler, and we will have to continue to play around that. But yeah, I'm not going to pay the life here. Not with what we're facing down. Yeah, he's got a really good hand there. So if he just goes like Phoenix here, we're looking at playing Dimir Spybug, pumping the Dimir Spybug with Discovery. And then what's the best he can do? Maybe it's Thoughtbound, Dimir Spybug, Dazzling Lights. That's the play. All right, this is going to be our play. It still gets Vraska's Contempted, so I mean that part's going to happen, but the Dazzling Lights means that we can hopefully get him to actually just play the Goblin Chain Whirler. Like that's what I want to see him play this turn, is just like play Goblin Chain Whirler. All right, so there's the Goblin Chain Whirler. So we're going to Dazzling Lights the Phoenix. And Thought Erasure, we will be able to capture either the other Phoenix or the Vraska's Contempt if we leave Thought Erasure on top of the library. So let's leave Thought Erasure on top, and then we'll put this on the bottom. I'm still not paying. Alright, so Yeah, I'm still not going to pay for the Blood Operative. We're just too mana hungry to be able to ever actually cast the Blood Operative and other things. So I don't think that we can actually just play the Blood Operative. He swings anyway. Sure. I know you would make that trade. Alright, so let's go ahead and Thought Erasure the opponent. And I'm going to take... Rekindling Phoenix. Price of Fame. Let's put that in the graveyard. Always yield. Always yield. And again, still saying no. Okay, so now I'm gonna cast Discovery. We're gonna try to get in for some damage here. So Thoughtbound Phantasm and Land. These would both be good, but I don't think either one's exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, let's put it in the grave. We still got a land, so okay. Whatever. Alright, so next turn we're not going to have as much to do. And we'll have 5 mana. However, we're not going to have 5 black, or not going to have 3 black mana to be able to cast Blood Operative. So it's still a no for me. Now, we could top deck. So he's swinging back 7 at us. Yeah, I think we go ahead and push him for 15. Okay. Doom Whisperer fits in any black deck. It does. Doom Whisperer is... he's a pretty good thing. Okay, well, this seems good. Forces the Vraska's Contempt. So he has to do that now, and then we just get to start swinging through. So maybe I should have played the Dimir Spybug first. There's probably no reason that I shouldn't have played the Dimir Spybug first, so bad sequencing. We could have got an extra dude down. So, oh my goodness. We'll take the Lightning Strike. We'll put the land in our graveyard. I definitely think we're on the up, so I'll go ahead and trigger that Blood Operative. This doesn't play around much. I mean, it gives us a blocker if we want it, but I don't think he's swinging. I don't think he's in a position where he can swing yet. I don't think he's ever going to get into a position where he can swing. He needs more flying blockers, otherwise he's eventually just going to die to the Dimir Spybugs. So and then I'm just looking at killing the opponent this next turn, like killing the flying blocker. He's got 0 cards in hand, so let's be efficient about everything here. We'll play the Bearer of Bones. He's going to go ahead and scoop, right? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's game. Okay, so I was really going to like put in, Lazav and Doom Whisperer. I don't think the deck needs Lazav. or Doom Whisperer. Lazav, however, could probably be really good. The deck's only running 20 lands, guys. We were very rarely up into a high number of lands. So if we do drop anything, I think it needs to be Blood Operative. In the games that that we played there, and there could be some games we were against Mono Red, we were against a Red Black deck, we were against some very aggressive decks. So the fact that we didn't really need a life linking body, I just don't think that the Blood Operative has a spot in the deck. So that's going to be my cut for Lazav. Like, I'm going to stick to Lazav in where Blood Operative was. Because Lazav is a 2 mana, enters the battlefield, Surveil 1, we might even be able to like peel back a Bearer of Bones, but I really liked our turn 3 plays where you could have, a Dimir Spybug swing with the Night Veil Sprite and add a Bearer of Bones to the battlefield, for even more Surveil triggers. I really like that. What I didn't like in the deck, however, was Narcomoeba. So, like, if I was going to make some changes and add some Doom Whispers, the one spot that we have in the sideboard for removing Blood Operative, I think, would become Doom Whisper. Creeping Chill, I think I would remove one Creeping Chill for a Doom Whisperer. Drawing, it's just kind of going to be one of those things. Right, okay, so Blood Operative may be very good against control, and maybe it's not about the lifelink at all. Control also has to like spend good resources on your 1 mana creatures and your 2 mana creatures. So yeah, Narcomoeba is probably your other spot where you can make a cut or two. If I started cutting Narcomoebas, guys, and if I was going to cut one, I think I would cut them all. I think I would add more Night Veil Sprites. Now, I don't have Night Veil Sprites, so I'm going to go pick up a couple Night Veil Sprites real quick. And I think I would like the deck with another Night Veil Sprite or two in the deck. It could be good or bad, but for 2 mana, I think it's better than Narcomoeba, even when you're getting Narcomoeba free. If there was some other really good trick to having creatures come back from the graveyard, things like that, where Narcomoeba might be better, then maybe, but... so, let's look at Night Veil Sprite here. Just going to pick up a couple of those. What? 3 cents? Didn't have store credit? That's crazy. No store credit. Okay, so... let's go back over to the deck. I definitely think that I would add the Night Veil Sprite, at least one more to give myself like 3 Night Veil Sprites. And then you've got 3 other cards that you could put in the deck. I really like the idea of Mission Briefing. Here, let me pull one down so we can read it. Surveil 2, then choose target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard, and you may cast it this turn. If that card would be cast and put it in the graveyard instead. Or sorry, if that card would exile instead of putting it into the graveyard. So you get to Surveil 2, even for just the double blue Surveil 2, go. And then, that can get you back, cards like Dazzling Lights. It can get you back Thought Erasers. A turn 4 Mission Briefing into Thought Eraser. If you've had that awesome, start, you probably don't have a Thought Eraser in the graveyard yet. Unless you just surveilled it off of, your Bearer Bones or something. But I think I would like Mission Briefing in the deck. I wanted to play some Enhanced Surveillance just to give us more ways to churn more cards into the graveyard. So this may actually be really, really good. I don't know 100%, but whenever you would surveil, you're going to look at an extra 2 cards. Dev definitely said he would put some number of Doom Whisperers in the deck. So I'm going to put 2 Doom Whisperers in the deck, and then I'm going to play 1 copy of Enhanced Surveillance. And this is how I would probably upgrade this deck after playing with it if I were going to add more money to the deck. If I didn't add the Night Veil Sprite or the Surveillance, it would probably just be 2 more land. Okay? So that's just my opinion. This is how I think that I would run it. and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back and we're gonna try to run it one more time. You think we a bare minimum of whisperers in the main board with 20 land? Really? I don't I don't want to get caught with it in my hand. We're surveilling a lot, which is why we can get away with 20 land. I don't think that we need that many copies of Doom Whisper. Um, let's play old Sheezy here, whoever Sheezy is. Nope, no. So let's see what this does. Two Dream Eaters. Dream Eater might be a good surveil card. I mean, that's a lot of mana though. You don't like us being with only 20 lands to begin with? Yeah, I don't either. I think that there's probably a spot in there somewhere where we should have had some more lands, but let's keep this hand. I mean, it looks like it would be it'd be a decent hand. I like Lazav with Thoughtbound Phantasm. Like, you just pay 1 mana, copy him, and then just like start putting counters on him. Then as he becomes other things, he's really big copies of those other things. So that could be good. I'm going to keep. I like my hand. The opponent's on the play. The opponent is deciding whether or not to mulligan to 5, so he's already went down to 6. Kept his hand. So here we go. Back to movie time. Well, take care, sir. Enjoy. Okay, so this doesn't look bad. I think I want to turn 2 Thought Erasure, and then that sets us up for a turn 3 Lazav into Bearer Bones. At least we know what we'll be facing, so. Yeah. Azor's Gateway. Okay. So this is that deck. We're probably like pulling a counter spell here, maybe. Okay, so Thought Erasure. Alright. Ionize. Yeah. Ionize seems fine. So I'm just going to take the lava coil. Do we want the extra land? Probably. Probably want to make sure that we hit the extra land drops. So now he's got Ionize. Just going to cast a Bearer Bones. Price of Fame to the graveyard. Okay, so if we cast Lazav, we get Ionized. Like 100% that happens. The stack's looking to cast get a ton of mana and use that mana to cast like a Fight with Fire or a Bane Fire for a ton and just destroy us. So we definitely need to be trying to go as fast as possible here. I watched Caleb Durward play this deck a couple nights ago. Okay, so another Bearer of Bones may draw the trigger or the Ionize because it would be Surveil. And that would allow us to start swinging in for 5. And from what I've seen, the opponent doesn't really want to do that. Yeah, this is the card that they cast Explosion for like 20, 25, draw 20 cards from their deck and deal 20 to our face. So, yeah, that's a thing. Enhanced Surveillance. I want that card. I'm going to put it on top. I really expect against this deck that that card will be useful. So. I can really see us like just bouncing our own Bearer of Bones. to just get more triggers. Let's see if we get a trigger here, or get his ionize. Like if he's gonna ionize something, this is it. Which he may have essence scatter by now. We're gonna find out when we cast this Lazav. There we go. So do you just burn Lazav here, dude? I mean, like, that doesn't really... Okay, so he's just going to Azor's Gateway. Okay. Yeah, it's not in the best spot right now. Do we want it? I mean, we're never going to cast Doom Whisperer without it. I don't think we have to cast Doom Whisperer this game. Unfortunately, like, due to like the makeup of red-blue, once you get to a certain point, unless they're going to bounce your spell, they don't have a lot of answers for something as large as a 6/6, and I think that puts these Izzet decks in a very bad spot. That if you can get a really big creature down early, then it's going to be devastating for them. Now, if they do get to this, okay, he's just going to kill the Lazav. Okay, if they do get to flip this, though, they'll be able to burn this with something like a Banefire or something of that nature. So. Let's see what the last card is. So if he wants to Azor's Gateway first, then we get to take whatever he keeps. So may just be a land. Oh, he's going to copy. So he just copies our Thought Erasure. Looks at our hand. I assume he takes Unexplained Disappearance. He may think that he has no creatures and he just doesn't care either way. So, whatever. Okay, that works. So that gives us a play this turn. Alright, so we look at his hand. We can clearly take nothing, and he's just going to put the top card. Wow, got lucky. Got a 2. Yeah, we're done looking at his hand. Creeping Chill. Oh my goodness! This is so good! This is lethal! Alright, so we put the Creeping Chill in the graveyard. We get the extra trigger here. And we just swing. That's lethal. Game! Good job, opponent. Yes, we would love to. And we go for funnies. Win more. We're that asshole. Or I'm that guy, right? Okay. Bam! Hit you for 6. Yeah! Wow! YouTube notifications came way late. At least they came through. YouTube, whether you've subscribed or hit the bell or not, they're still going to pick whether or not they're going to send it to you. I do know that if you hit like on my videos, you will be more likely to receive a notification. So if you are wanting to catch when I go live, be the people that hit the like button. Hit the like button. Do it. Doesn't hurt you. Helps me a ton. We get so many more people around here. So do I recommend no Narcomoebas? I don't. I would have to play it more. Right now, I'm still kind of on the fence about Doom Whisperer in the deck. Doom Whisperer is probably going to be like super good. Um, in this deck, like against this guy, we need to we need to keep as many surveil options as we can. But I'm definitely bringing in the disinformation campaigns and the thought seizures. Um, Doom Whisperer, I think we just take out some Price of Fames. Narcomoeba would probably be pretty good. Maybe Whispering Snitch. It may be Whispering Snitch over Bearer Bones. Like against control, just all the things. So we're still Night Veil Sprite. We still got Unexplained Disappearance, Lazav, Thought Seizure, Notion Rain. Disinformation Campaign's another payout. So like we don't need the payout of like. So I actually took a lot of our activators out and put more payout in. So we're definitely going to play a much slower game. It might be better to take the Creeping Chills out and leave the Bearer of Bones in, so that we can just like bounce them and do things like that. But if we're just doing it for Bearer of Bones, yeah, let's keep the Bearer of Bones. It was either Bearer of Bones or Dazing Lights, and the only reason is because I just don't want to like take out too many activators. Like I mean, we've got payouts, we've got cards that actually have surveil on them, and we got cards that say when you surveil you get something. So I'd rather go this route. This seems like a super good hand. Yeah, this seems really, really good. Fame would be great for Lyra and things of that nature. So yeah, I'm keeping this hand. We're just looking at Island into Thoughtbound Phantasm, and then he kind of has to Lightning Strike it. If he doesn't Lightning Strike it, then it's gonna get out of hand on him by turn 3. So he's got till turn 3 to Lightning Strike it. Yeah. I guess next turn we go Lazav. Okay, so there's a Lava Coil early. I don't mind that. So then that makes me now want to go Whispering Snitch. Although Thought Erasure would be really good too. So yeah, I'm just going to go Whispering Snitch. And then maybe Discovery. Alright, so he's just going to hold up his Ionize here. Ooh, Bearer of Bones is perfect. Alright. So we'll just cast the Bearer of Bones. Night Veil, I want that. I'm going to put that on top of the library. We'll go ahead and do our point of damage to the opponent. Go ahead and do even more damage to the opponent. I guess Thought Erasure is a good way to pull the hate from the opponent. I mean, I could just play Lazav. Oh, he's actually just going to go ahead and Radical Idea now. Okay, so now I'm going to play Lazav. So what Lazav is going to let us do here is we can either become a Whispering Snitch. No, we won't be able to do that. Never mind. Bad play. I forgot Lava Coil exiled my dude. Bad play. I should have just drew a card or Thought Erasure and seen if we could get a little artifact out of his hand. Okay, well, let's start with Discovery. So we could just Discovery again. So we could go Graveyard, top, Night Veil Sprite. It's I want to get Night Veil Sprite down so I can start swinging. So far, Whispering Snitch been doing work. Alright, so Chemister's Insight. And we'll pass the turn. Alright, so he's got a ton of cards. He should be able to do some major stuff. We'll see what happens. In this deck, probably worth the Surveil to only run Fame with all the other early threats. I like Price of Fame. I think Price of Fame's in a really good spot right now anyway, so... guys, if you're just tuning in, don't forget to like and subscribe the video. Subscribe to the channel, right? I got to start remembering to say that more often in the middle, because people won't do it unless you just like tell them. At least that's what studies show, right? Kind of want to just like Notion Rain here. Let's just get into combat, because we're gonna get this first. Oh wow. Well, that's a thing. He definitely did a thing there. I want to go for the Notion Rain. If we hit a land here, yeah. Okay, so this will pull the Ionize. Yeah. That. Oh, just a negate. Well, that happened. So Lazav becomes Night Veil Sprite now. I think I have to try to fire off the Thought Eraser before I can, like... Oh, yes. Dimir Spybug becomes a really big threat, and he needs to answer it. If he doesn't answer Dimir Spybug, then he could be in a lot of trouble. So, Golgari Zombies on the Reddit. Absolutely. If you guys are interested in having your decks played here on Sideboard MTG, then you should look into our Subscriber Sundays. Subscriber Sundays are 100% subscriber submitted decks, and you can submit those over on the Reddit. The link is, as always, in the description below. It's just, Sideboard MTG is the subreddit for those of you that are used to using Reddit. You can post whatever kind of link if you want. If you're a if you're someone who is new to Magic the Gathering streaming or something, and you're looking for a place to advertise your streams, you can always put a link over there. We do try to keep things about 90% Magic, so. If you want to have a little bit of fun, you can, but don't hurt anyone, don't slander anyone, that sort of thing. So yeah, absolutely, all of you guys head over to the Reddit and have some fun with that. And he killed my Spybug. I think I still become Night Veil Sprite, or maybe I become Spybug. I think I become Spybug. We could do some crazy stuff, like he becomes Night Veil Sprite, and then he becomes... Uh-oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? He's realizing that he should do it the other way around. Wow. You're just going to try to burn me right now? Chemister's Insight. Okay. Lightning Strike. What do we got? What do we got? Lightning Strike. We'll put that in the graveyard. Alright, so we nullified his Lightning Strike. We'll go to combat. Deal one more point of damage. So action-packed, ladies and gentlemen. So action-packed. If you're new and don't know, Sideboard MTG has great meta coverage videos. You recommend checking them out. Yes, I am still working on the Boros meta coverage. I think I'm having to push that back till next week. I want to see what this week does, this weekend does, because right now it really looks like a lot of people are playing the exact same deck. I mean, it's just Knight of Grace, History of Benalia, Shala. Yeah, I mean, like you can build so many of the top decks with just getting this one little pool of cards. So, like for 125 cards, you can build like 8 of the last 9 big decks. So, all right, so we got a land anyway. I guess play Lazav. He counters the Lazav. I assume this is a counter spell. Ionize counters Lazav. We will cast Discovery. Lincoln. Am I going later than normal? Is that what's up? We'll go Graveyard top. I'll take the Notion Rain. We need to get back into this game, so we need to draw some cards. Our opponent is down to 1 card in hand, so getting some cards that draw some cards will be really good. So. Elfball does look like a ton of fun. I've seen it played a few times. I watched Saffron Olive play it. It was really good. Oh yeah, this is good. So we get a Dimir Spybug. If he's got counter, he uses that. And now we just try to Notion Rain. I mean, if he's going to counter something, he kind of has to counter this. He can't let us start surveilling and drawing additional cards. I mean, I know that he is looking for his split card, Expansion Explosion. We have seen 2 of them already, so we'll see. He may be thinking about copying my Notion Rain right now as well, which would be a decent play, but I think he would be better off just casting Expansion Explosion, killing the Dimir Spybug, and drawing a bunch of cards. So he could draw 4 here. It looks like that's what the opponent's going to be doing. Just draw 4. I wonder if he targets the Dimir Spybug, though. We'll see. Maybe he makes me draw 4 by accident, right? Because you know, the servers or the game is very, very good. Okay. Well, he drew 4 cards. We're gonna draw 2. Oh, I love it. Put on top. Put on top. Pass the turn. So he's got 4 cards, 5 cards to start going off with. We'll see what happens. There's a Niv Mizzet Perun. Okay, well this is not cool. We'll play Enhanced Surveillance. Thought Erasure the opponent. And then Surveil 3. I mean, he's going to get to draw a card here with Niv Mizzet. He's going to be able to shoot us for 1. Did I take all of the Price of Fames out of it? I took all the Price of Fames out. We need to find Doom Whisperer. Okay, so he's got Azor's Gateway, fight with fire. I think we take the fight with fire. And then we've got Disinformation Campaign, which would have been sweet like 20 turns ago. But I think we go Graveyard, Graveyard, Graveyard. Because at this point, I really do think we're on Doom Whisperer or bust. So, um, yeah, they draw another card for us to choose from. All right, well, that's looking at the silver lining, buddy. And skipping over that dark part where it's, they draw another card. Azor's Gateway means that they draw a card, then exile a card from their hand, which can allow them to ping for even more with the Niv Mizzet. We're on a very, very short clock. Um, yeah, I mean, Niv Mizzet's good. We would have been able to kill him for 2 mana if we had a Price of Fame, but I did take them all out. I expected to be more aggressive. Of course, you've got ways to counter that. I think I can't cast this, then we're just dead on board. Like, this is an uncastable spell. I'm going to cast it anyway, because I want to be funny. But, this is an uncastable spell. Because he's going to ping us down to 7. We're going to take 2 from this, and then we're just dead in the air, right? Well, Scattering Snitch means that he casts an instant or sorcery, so he instantly gets to replace the scatter. He's also got a Lightning Strike to add to this, like, now he's doing the win more thing. So, yeah. Let's just go ahead and get into the next game. Okay. Game 3 against the Izzet deck. Here we go. Here we go. Bringing Price of Fame back in. I think that we just take away Unexplained Disappearance and Barrier of Bones. I think that I just straight up do it that way. I wish we had more lands to bring in. Sinister Sabotage looks so good, but I don't think that we can. I don't think that we can get away with that. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, we would love to play first. This is it's a keepable hand. It is a keepable hand. Turn 1, Thoughtbound Phantasm. Turn 2, Thought Erasure. Turn 3, Disinformation Campaign. He mulliganed to 6 already. If he decides he wants to go to 5, then our hand's going to be pretty rough for him. So, yeah. What's the icon look like? Icon for what? What have I missed? Not able to wildcard Shocklands. You keep trying to find Steam Vents, but can't find it. Are you doing something wrong? I don't think so. I mean, you should just be able to make sure that you've got everything turned off, like you don't have anything selected, and you just select not owned, and go from there. The opponent said that our deck was sweet. I told him, good games so far. That we were. They've been fun, interactive games. I mean, we've been doing things, sitting around waiting to not get countered, but still. The icon looks like the icon on this card. No. Oh well. Oh, I messed that up. I totally messed that up. I should have played the black land. So, cost myself a turn here. It may be okay because we may just Disinformation Campaign anyway, which seems good. Alright, so there's his Azor's Gateway. All right, so yeah, this will be fine. Like this actually turns out really well for us because we disinformation campaign, then we whispering snitch, while Night Veil Sprite and disinformation campaign. He's got to counter that. Disinformation campaign has to be countered. So I mean, we draw a card and he got rid of an Ionize. So I assume he's got a half a dozen more Ionize. I'm going to Night Veil Sprite. See if he taps out to, yeah, you know what? And then next turn, like, we'll just start bouncing the disinformation campaign? That seems really, really good. Is this a radical idea he's wanting to cast? He's like, let me... well, he didn't do it. He did not cast his radical idea. Okay. Lava Coil has to get rid of the Snitch. Snitch does too much damage. This looks pretty good. So, we get to Thought Erasure here. Look at his hand. If he does counter Thought Erasure, which he does. Alright, so we get to swing anyway. And that will cause a Surveil and put the disinformation campaign back in our hand. We've got 5 mana, so we'll put this in the graveyard. And then second main phase, we'll get rid of the last card in his hand and draw another card. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Like this seems like this is how you want to. This is the kind of situation you want to get into to be able to beat beat a control deck like this. I mean, all he had left was a land anyway. Yeah, yeah. You have a feeling. Oh, you found. You figured out how to make it work. Awesome. You have a feeling you're about to find a bunch of cards you needed. Well, it's like Christmas. Hey, look at all these cards I had that I didn't have. Yeah. This puts us in a really, really good spot, guys. I do not see a reason why we don't just keep hammering. Oh, I passed the turn. I meant to click attack and I clicked the wrong button. Wow. I missed one there. I missed one. That hurt. That hurt me. That hurt me, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll Notion Rain here. Yeah, we missed a couple points of damage there because of that, or I missed a couple points of damage there because of that. Wow. I'll put Disinformation Campaign into the graveyard, and I'm going to put Thoughtbound Phantasm on top of the library. I want to draw the Thoughtbound. And now we go for it. 100%, just hammer it right here. Hammer it home. And then the triggers from Night Veil Sprite should end this game very, very quickly. I'll leave that on top. Because next turn we can just like play the Disinformation Campaign yet again. And then from there we should have a really hard time losing this game. So, I mean, I guess he hits... No, he hits Niv Mizzet. We let him draw one card. He could technically flip this. He's a long way from flipping it right now. But if he could flip this, he could just kill us in a single shot. It does let him gain 5 life when he flips it. So, but he's not far from not having much life left from that either. So I'm going to go ahead and play Disinformation Campaign. And he scoops it up. Yeah, that's it's a bad spot to be in right there. Um, all in all, like, so now, like, even in that matchup, we just didn't need Doom Whisperer, right? Like, Doom Whisperer didn't seem like it was the greatest thing in the world. I actually think Lazav is well placed in the deck because this is one of the few places you're going to be able to put Lazav, and for just one single mana, you just go ahead and turn him into this Thoughtbound Phantasm, and then start casting your spells. And then for, you know, extra mana, like for 2 mana, you can give him flying or copying Dimir spy bugs and things like that. These all seem like really good spots for Lazav to be in. I personally like Lazav in the deck more than I like Doom Whisperer. Doom Whisperer is probably really good against some decks, but I don't know. I mean, after playing the deck, I don't think the deck needs Doom Whisperer, but I do think the deck would benefit from Lazav 100%. Doom Whisperer could very easily just be, you know, that sideboard card that you might want to put in the deck. But all in all, I don't think the deck needs Doom Whisperer. Enhanced Surveillance was decent. I mean, it just let us like really dig, but you kind of need to be behind before you even really need to worry about that. Against the mid-range decks, I mean, you've got some threats that are really going to grow. Dimir Spybug is going to get really big. I like Dazzling Lights, and I like the Surveil too from Dazzling Lights. It's a really good combat trick, but I think Dive Down would probably still be better suited. Just to be able to protect something like your Dimir Spybug, but you're taking away so much like aggression from the deck when you start making, you know, changes like that. So, you know, just like when we were sideboarding earlier, make sure that if you are going to be, you know, playing like cards that don't enable or at least get payoff, like don't change these surveil decks around so much that, you know, you have so much payoff but you don't have enough, you know, of your activators, you know, enough cards that actually surveil. So, you know, don't have too many payoffs with not enough surveil cards. So I guess Dazzling Lights and things like that have to be in here. But all in all, the deck was super sweet. It ran really well for us. That's 3-3, Dev. Like, if you're watching this, man, you've really come out swinging here in the beginning of the season. So, you know, if this is some of your best stuff, it looks really good. I'm having a lot of fun with Deb's decks lately. I hope you guys are having fun with Deb's decks. I had a lot of fun with the stream tonight. Did you guys have fun? I'm not closing out right now. I mean, I am closing out, but, you know, I hope you guys actually had some fun. Like, it seemed like a really sweet deck. It's got some very aggressive lines. The deck is actually really low to the ground, and you know, it doesn't cost a ton of mana to be able to play it. I think when all's said and done, I would probably have one Doom Whisperer in the main board, one Doom Whisperer in the sideboard. I would run 3 copies of Lazav. He Bearer of Bones. That card's awesome. All right, so spend 2 tickets and let's buy a bunch of stuff. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go to the halfpenny bot. We'll go shopping real quick. A lot of people don't know that you can do this. Like, there are halfpenny bots and things like that. You can go to these bots, and it doesn't cost a ton to add some commons and uncommons to your collection, which works really well if you're like if you're using manatraders. And you know, manatraders has got multiple sections. Like, if you want to be the big boy and play in vintage and legacy, then yeah, those cards cost a little bit more. You're going to need a little bit more money. But the number of decks that you can play online for the, you know, the 1099 or the 999 version of manatraders, absolutely, like, just, it's crazy. You know, you get anything that's under $100 deck, and that's $100 online. So just really sweet sweet options there. Okay, so let's we want standard cards. We want Guilds of Ravnica cards. Let's see what we get. if we go rarity, commons, right? Select Control A. How many does that put on? No, that exceeds the number. Okay, so let's put those back. All right. How do you pull just one of everything? No. That pulled all of everything again. It's too many of everything. I mean, for the commons, like to just buy all the commons. Hey, that pulled one of everything. Let's see what one of all of these cost, right? I need to do this a few times. I doubt this is every common in the set. It's 112 different cards. All in all, the bot says that this is going to cost me 60 cents. 60 cents for one of everything. Alright, so let's get two of everything. Spend 2 tickets. That's what you said, right, Rush? Spend 2 tickets. Magic Online, here we go. Well, at least I'll have all my commons and uncommons. Alright, so... Oh man. Alright, we're gonna get 3 of everything. There we go. I don't know why you like seeing this, Rush. I'll do it though. I don't care. I mean, I already had one of all of these cards, so... No, I bought too many of that. Whatever that is. Okay. There we go. 2 tickets, Rush. 2 tickets. So for $2, we're gonna pick up 3 copies of everything and every common and standard. It's not bad. It's a pretty good way to make sure that you've got the cards to build. Let's see Arena beat that. Sorry, Arena, but that's why they don't want trading, because people will have so many commons and uncommons. Like there's no dust system, so you know they're commons and uncommons. There's tons of them out there, so you know you can go to the halfpenny bots and buy pretty much anything you want. So now we got like a ton of commons and uncommons, which is awesome. I'm good with that. Seems great. Seems great. Alright, guys. That's it. That's all I've got for tonight. Remember, if you want to support the stream, there's a number of ways you can do that. You can do that here by actually joining the stream community. There should be a join button there. If you are watching on YouTube Gaming, you'll get all of the emojis and stuff that some of the people here in the stream have. You'll get that cool little green name tag in the chat and the little Sideboard MTG logo. Do expect those colors to change on the Sideboard MTG logos. The new computer, I don't have the old logo, so I'm actually having to rebuild the logo. Yeah, I hate it. I missed my logo. Anyway, so you can get that. That's like a Twitch subscription if you guys are used to Twitch. If you want to help support the stream on Patreon, you can do that. There's some offers over there that we give back to the patrons. Speaking of Patreon games, I am going to be doing a midday Patreon games tomorrow. And then I plan on doing at least a short midday stream on Saturday. Now, I normally do not stream on Fridays and Saturdays, but we kind of missed out on getting some Patreon games done with the early shift of rotation on Magic Online last month. The early shift, like kind of cut out some of the patrons' decks. So we're going to be playing some of the new decks tomorrow and Saturday. So if you are a patron and you're hearing this, make sure that you check patreon.com, and I'm going to send a post out there for you guys to post your decks, and we'll be playing those again midday tomorrow and Saturday. So what else we got? Sunday, Subscriber Sunday. If you're still watching and you're a fan of Dev, kind of keep him in your mind. Like they're going through a pretty bad storm there. That's going to be a little bit scary. That hurricane looks like it is massive. It's just tearing up the southeast of the country. So yeah, poor Panama City, man. Oof. Anyway, that's about all we've got for tonight. You can check out the Reddit if you want to post X for Subscriber Sunday. Where you can also, like, maybe you don't want to post X, but you want to have like some influence on what we're going to be watching. Go to the Reddit and just vote. I don't like to, say downvote people, but upvote the decks that you want to see. And if there's a deck you just really don't want to see, then I guess you know what to do. But you have options. You have some options. What else do we got? We've got to have other things coming up. Yes, Golgari. I'm gonna be playing some Golgari next week. I hope I will be playing like the tier 1 deck that I'm gonna be playing next week will be whatever wins this weekend. That's kind of going to be the driving force going forward. We're going to have a tier 1 day where we just play the big deck from the weekend. We're going to play Deb's decks. And then I've got some jank that I'm going to be bringing you guys. I'm putting together my version of Thousand Year Storm. I have seen quite a few different versions, and I've been testing around with Thousand Year Storm a little bit. And Thousand Year Storm looks really, really good. It's a little inconsistent, but I've got a version of Thousand Year Storm that I haven't seen anyone else run yet. Hint, lots of fight with fire. I don't really care about doing a whole bunch of other things. I just want to cast a fight with fire, right? Opt fight with fire. Let's go. Copy it. Yeah, that's my plan right there. I don't want to do all these other convoluted things. I just want to cast a fight with fire. Anyway, please build and play Golgari Zombies. Okay, Madness seems to really love Golgari Zombies. He's got K-Dog on the path for his Golgari Zombies. So if you guys vote for his Golgari Zombies deck, we'll be playing that this weekend on Subscriber Sunday. Yes, dear, Thousand Year Storm. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's just cast a bunch of stuff. We're just going to have some fun. What else we got? Ton of things coming up. I am still working on, you guys can probably see all the different Boros decks over here. I am still working on a Boros breakdown. I need to get that out, and then I want to start breaking down Golgari and Dimir and so on. So we do have a Boros breakdown coming up for you guys here very soon, so I hope you guys look forward to that. That is going to be part of this season's meta coverage videos, so those will be tagged for meta coverage. I do believe that's part of a meta coverage, you're watching the the evolution of a deck, so as the meta shifts, we know exactly where to evolve that deck, either backwards or forward. That's going to be something we start adding to the meta coverage. It does take a little bit more information than I currently have, so I have delayed that a little bit. But yeah, that's it. That's all I've got, guys. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun. Don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe button, share this video with your friends. Dev, thanks for the great decks. Keep them coming, and we'll see you in the next Dev's deck or anything else. See you guys.